Did I turn everything else on? I don't feel like I've turned everything else on. Hold on a minute. Maybe I never turned it off from yesterday. That might be it. I didn't turn it off from yesterday. Yay, pro streamer. No, I didn't turn it in. Crafty got first. Thank you for the check-in. And hey, Cub, I listened to both songs and I have listened to them several times. I have picked the one that I want. I have picked the one that I want, and we'll see if Papa can get it all stuck for me for my intro song. And I want to thank you so much. Thank you. What green screen? Oh, I thought he was coming in to tell me what did I do? Welcome in, KK. Welcome in, Chloe. Welcome in, Papa. I know. Well, no, I know I don't have to. But, I really do like the one. I like the first one. I like the guy one. The girl one, it's okay, but I kinda feel like I'm like the Carpenters or something. I'm like listening, to that. Not that I minded that in the '70s and '80s. I didn't mind that. It was really cool. But today we are going to get back to woobling, and I'm going to start off small, and I give Papa, 2 boxes, and he picked box number 10. And, yes, the green will be going away later today. It doesn't mesh well. We noticed it's not meshing well with all of the projects. So I am going back to something. I think it's a beige one. It's a beige, but I will keep the green just in case I need to do something beige, and then I will throw the green out. Um, but I thought I would do this Wooble, and this is a small Wooble, so it's just a little kit. I haven't even opened it because I let Papa pick the thing. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to minimize one of these windows here and then pull the Mandrake pattern up. Um, it was a cool time. It was magical. Yes, it was. Um, so we're doing the Harry Potter, part of the Harry Potter series that I got for Christmas. This is box number 10 and the Woobles. It's the Mandrake. It's the teeny tiny accessory kit. And of course, the teeny tiny accessory kit does not come with a hook, but I have plenty of Wooble hooks. And it doesn't come with a darning. No, it did come with a needle. It didn't come with a stitch marker, but I have a stitch marker. Oh, and here's the little card. Do, 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 do. Of course, we're not going to flip it over because it has the code on it. Because, don't wanna make the Wooble people mad. Nope, don't wanna make the Wooble people mad. 'Cause, I mean, if they only knew that I was their Wooble queen. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have a mind blow. I How are these messages even more spammy and I fix them? I don't know. Maybe they just need to all whatever. Let's see. So we go the woobles.com. I was going to do the elephant pillow project, but it's a bunch of granny squares, and I might start that on a different date because that way I'd have more than one stream to do it. And since lately I've only been streaming on, I might try to do a weekday stream, throw one out there to get this little thing, whatever. But to get this project done, so I don't feel so stressed on Saturdays and Sundays. But it's a bunch of granny squares, so we'll all travel along the granny square route. But what's really cool is this pattern is actually a Yarn Inspirations pattern. I know I'm getting way off the wooble. This is Yarn Inspiration, and they actually have a granny rectangle. I have never done a granny rectangle before, so this will be my first time doing a granny rectangle. Okay. S. 6. I don't know why it does that. It takes me to everything I've had, and it doesn't take me. I know, buddy. I know. Let's type in what we did. Mandrake. There we go. So, let's see. Hi, Ian. How are you doing? Hi, Picking Halls. You've done granny work with a basic granny. That's all this is. This is a basic granny stitch, but it's in a rectangle, and I've never, never, never. And amigurumi, what? I hear a hurricane. But anyway, so I'm doing an elephant pillow. It's granny squares all sewn into an elephant shape, and it's really cool. I'm gonna have to do triangle granny squares. I've never done those before either. But you know what? I'm this year, the rest of it is gonna be filled with granny squares. I can tell you that much right now, with all of these little bambinos coming. So, um, oh, okay. So we are going to download this pattern, and like I said, we are doing the mandrake today. I'm gonna leave it like there, right there, so we know what we're doing. Hi, how are you doing? Rich, how are you doing? I hope I said that right. Yes, a triangle, a granny square triangle. It's I guess it's just like, I don't know. Um, did he? He he wanted to be up here completely when, I did this. Okay, so we're gonna move the polyfiber fill. It gives us all of the colors that we need. Of course, I supplied the Wooble hook. It came with a needle, and I'm supplying the stitch marker. I already changed my title. You change your little life away. Well, I didn't know which Wooble I had when I made the title. He's probably gonna change it to a mandrake now, because when we did this, I just had him pick a box, so we did not know which Wooble we were going to do. So he is probably just trying to get all technical. It's Papa. We love him. So it says we are going to do the head and the body, which will be this stuff right here. And you know what? Let's see something. Bottom, mouth. We're gonna make the arms. Okay. The arms won't be that hard. Okay. So um it's their easy peasy yarn that comes with it. Um so I've got gold, red, and I'm pretty positive that this whole Harry Potter set actually comes with, let's do this. I've got to move this over here. We're going to make that big. We're going to take this over here. We're going to exit out of that. There we go. Oh, you included Harry Potter. Oh, okay. Well, okay, I didn't think about that. So anyway, so we're going to start with the head and the body. I would say this, the easy peasy, they really should have a center pull. I'm not complaining, Wooble, because if you ever wanted to sponsor me, and I know you do sponsor people, because I've seen influencers who do not crochet get sponsorships. I mean, hey, I'm just saying. Look at my events. Oh, thank you for the follow, Rich. Thank you for the follow. I I didn't I had to move everything over, so I didn't see it. So I'm very sorry, Rich. I'm very sorry. I had to move everything off of that because I had to pull the pattern up. Yes, I actually was, on my Instagram reels the other day, and a very big influencer who does a lot of probably TikToks and things like that, um, I they had an ad, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I didn't know who it was at first, and they were walking up through the yarn. I knew it was a Wooble commercial, and he said, "This yarn addiction's got to stop." And you walk in, and it's the little dinosaur from the Woobles. And, he goes to grab it, and she goes, "No, you can make your own." And I don't think he dances on TikTok as far as I know. I've seen him dance with his kids. He's one of those, like, comedian funny people, and I shouldn't whatever. Yeah, they sponsored a non-crocheter. But anyway, so I'm not mad. I still love Wibbles, and I will still be their queen, and I will still crochet their product. But, Wibble, I can wear a crown and everything. So, anyway, we're starting it out with a simple thing, but I'm not complaining, not complaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe his wife crochets, I don't know. Maybe his wife really crochets, but, and if she does, she is very lucky. So, um, let's see. We're gonna pull that tight, and then we are going to increase. So, I haven't done a Wooble, and I do not know how ever they're just finding random influencers that's probably exactly what it is. He I mean, he does have a lot of followers, and they wanna get people out there that have a lot of I mean, yeah, I mean, I understand. I mean, you wanna bring the world of and they are really good kits. They are good kits. They come with everything in them. Um, like I said, I've gotten the majority of mine for birthdays and Christmases. I have ordered a few myself, like when I want them, but, not I mean, I have a very generous family and they love to keep me happy with my crochet. They just do, so and I do like the Woobles because the whole thing comes in a kit, and, I have actually tested other kits, amigurumi kits, and I do find um, that these are a little bit easier to work with. Um, the other ones are a little bit more cost effective. Um, and they come with everything just like a Wooble would come with. Um, but these have actually characters I like and things like that. Oh my God, tell them I'm a fiber artist and I'm sitting here watching crochet to see the stitch marker sitting on your desk. What stitch marker? Did Biscuit get my stitch marker? Biscuit. Did you take my stitch marker? Oh, it's on the yarn. Crafty. I literally thought the dog had taken my stitch marker. I was like, "What has he done now?" I am gonna kick his butt. Oh, hold on. Yes, I stopped at well, I thought it was my desk and went to move it so I didn't get lost. Oh, lordy day. I was like, "Biscuit." He's looking at me like I haven't done anything. Yeah, just crafty. Oh, lordy day, I have lost my ever-loving mind. So, anyway, I am actually I need to open this box, and we need to go through this box, and we probably need to find out what we're crocheting for each one of these things so that the boxes that have the extra goodies in them. Oh, that's okay. Well, happy classes tomorrow at 6 a.m. And thank you for watching my VODs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for the follow. Okay, so we've got that done. Um, so let's see. So we're gonna do an increase again, but we're not gonna do what we would do. We're just gonna make a small little mandrake here. But technically, like, I've discussed before, once you have the pattern, 1, 2, 3, once you have the pattern, I do believe that their Easy Peasy yarn, if you want to get that, is on, thank you. They have all their Easy Peasy yarn on Amazon, I believe. I don't know if Michael's is gonna carry it now, where Joann's had carried it before. Um, but once you have that, um, you can, just make the pattern. You could up the size of the hook and make the pattern any size you wanted. So, that is the good thing. And they actually do let you, like, when I do this pattern, when I signed in to get the pattern, it says, "Hey, do you wanna add it to your library?" And, everything is hi, Air Nova, how are you doing? So I have a Wooble library with them, so if I lost the card, I would always have the pattern. So that is something nice that they do for you. So I feel like I'm on a massive Wooble stream telling you everything about Woobles that I know that I can inform you of. Um, but like I said, their yarn is very easy to work with, and, I have tested other, kits out there. Um, I have done the ones from Hobby Lobby. I have done a Yarn Inspirations one. It's like I said, these just have more of a selection of, um, I don't know what you wanna call these, like, the characters are they're copyrighted, they're just well-known characters. I don't know how to say it. Fairy dust, licensed characters. Thank you, Crafty, for being there for me, and, because Bray can't think today. Bray is done lost her ever-loving little mind. She gets back to a wooble and her brain goes mushy mushy. Yes, I have returned. And, let's see, so we're doing an increase on this one to how is everyone's day? How did everyone's day started? Or is it ending? Or what time zone are you in that, are you in the middle of your day? Are you at the end of your day? Or are you at the beginning of your day? And it was raining here, I think, the majority of the night, so Papa will not be mowing grass today. I don't think, because it's too wet. Still sleepy here, was up late watching. I am going to tell you, I was watching them before I went to bed, and that was I was laughing at some of the stuff, I really was. So, but I mean, it was very entertaining, very entertaining. So, I mean, me and Papa would be killing each other. Um, so, and I did like that they had the what do you wanna call it? The stream could interact. That was really cool. So, I claimed my points, but I never used them to do anything. So and plus, I did finish the Yip Yip. What did I do with the Yip? Oh, hold on a second. I did finish the Yip Yip. I did post it to Instagram. Here he is, fringes and all. Whew, kind of a little close. But I told Papa that if you did if you did the Yip Yip in yellow and you turned it upside down and you you brought it all the way down as a bucket all the way down, you could put the eyes on it up here. You can put the eyes up here and then just do that funky hair he has. There you go, a Bart Simpson. So I think it's cute. I'm gonna send it to Peepop. Don't tell me what to do. I won't follow. I won't. No, you're crazy. Yes, I am actually wearing your old stream merch. It was a clean T-shirt for me to get out of the thing. That is going to see her in concert. I'm so jealous. Oh, she's going to see Cyndi Lauper? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of them I mean, do they just I mean, I'm sure some of them don't do it really for the money. I think they do it because they don't have anything else to do, and that's their life, that's what they enjoy, so that's why they do it, but I'm like, "Man," I'm like, I think if I was her age, I would just be relaxing, you know, enjoying it. I know the money doesn't hurt, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm with you, money doesn't hurt. I mean, if I had her money, whatever, but it's gotta be for the love of it. It's gotta be for the love of it because I mean, if I was her age and she probably made really good money. Because I mean, who didn't our age own a Cyndi Lauper CD, whatever, cassette tape? And remember, we're the generation that went from, pretty much 8 tracks to cassettes to CDs to MP3s. I mean, we've had to change our mediums quite a bit. And so when people say, why is Gen X mad? There you go, because we've had to change our music mediums so often. Okay, so let's make sure we have 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Actually, yeah. Oh, and vinyl. I forgot about the vinyl. 8-track to vinyl, vinyl to cassette, cassette to CD, CD to MP3. Guaranteed. Oh, yes. Yes. I think I do remember. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Heck, most of us from the '80s probably still owes Columbia House for all those CDs we got for 14 cents or a penny. 14 cents. I don't know where I got 14 cents from. It was for a penny. Thank you for the check-in, Linda. Thank you for the check-in. How are you doing? We're just making our little we gotta make 2 rounds around just the round we made. That's just to bring it down. I don't know how in the world I yarn birthed a darn mandrake yarn, but I did it. Oh, okay. I don't know where I pulled 14 cents from, but I know that one was a penny. Well, BMG was probably smarter and thought, well, we have to get 14 cents out of them instead of a penny because we're not going to get anything else. Oh, you're working on your blanket. I know. I have a blanket and an elephant. We got babies being born that at the end of the year and at the beginning of the year. my one's, my daughter's best friend from high school. She's having her first child, and then, my youngest one. So, um, and then my sister's daughter, my niece, is having a baby in January. Um, so, but I think they said she's really tiny and the baby is measuring a little big. So, 1, 2, 3. Let's put snippy snip. Right round, right round. Yes. Is that what's playing? See, because I can't hear what's playing. I try to keep everyone happy with the 80s music. It is a music that I think that could tie everyone together of all generations. So, we had some good tunes. Good tunes. I'm still flabbergasted that I thought Biscuit ate my stitch marker just because I couldn't find it on my desk. I am a total nut. I am a total nut. My favorite album, though, was Tapestry by Carole King. I know. I'm like and I know I had to look y'all are all going, "It's attached to your work, you darn crazy fool." The poor dog's catching all kinds of strays here. He's looking at me like, "What are you talking about? I haven't got anything." The you thought he ate it. I thought it was on my desk. Oh, lordy day. I don't know. I'm just like, whatever. I'm just ever well, because I didn't want him to eat it. I didn't want him to have 8. After everything we've been through, I don't need him eating a piece of plastic to go through his gut. I'm just saying. We're all probably yeah, you probably were. And here I am thinking, Ben's gonna be in here any minute now, and he's gonna be like, "Why did you let him eat a" Actually, see, everybody, if you really wanna know the truth, that's what I was worried about. I was worried about Papa coming in here telling me, "How in the world did you let him eat a stitch marker?" That's to be honest, that's yeah. Oh, lordy day. I don't know. Oh, lordy day. Today's gonna be a good day, people. Today's gonna be a good day. So, does anyone have anything planned for after the stream today? Or I actually do. Um, it's something really that I've just gotta start going through some buckets of stuff and deciding what to do with the stuff because it's got to go. So 1, 2, 3. Making sure not and my non-existent that's what you're gonna do. Hey, well, the minute you said I got to the part and that's why I stopped because when I thought my brain, I read it and then, oh my gosh, I didn't read the rest of it. I'm thinking, I am dead meat. The dog has ate a stitch marker. Because I'm telling you, with everything that has went on with him for the last few months, no, I do not want to be responsible for that. So you're on your way to work thinking about how you can reorganize your kitchen appliances when you get home. Well, it is Sunday, so you would get home early, but reorganizing the kitchen is not what I wanna Bray doesn't even hasn't even start the one. No, I haven't. I haven't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I will say this, if anyone wanted to know, Bray would probably be a wine or a liquor person instead of a beer person. That's just me. If I mean, that's what I would be one of those type of people. Um, we yeah, we can break down Lordy Day. Oh, okay. It doesn't matter. Y'all are picking on me, and that's fine. How long have y'all been around me? Oh, Lordy Day. You're gonna have me saying it all day now. You're gonna have me saying it all day. She's a sip wine girler and pass out kind of girl. True. True. I'm either a fighter or a sleeper. And sleeping it'd be pretty much sleeping at this late time uh and the day. Any whatever. Okay. So we're about to change colors on the next round. So I need to I need to pull this out because we're changing colors. Because we're gonna do the decrease and because we're changing colors, we're gonna pull it through there so that it is there because we're making a pot. Says to stuff the piece right now. We know that ain't gonna work for me right now because we got to get it a little bit. Are we getting rid of the? Yes, we're getting rid of the gold now. I probably can make another little mandrake with this. I think they give me enough. I think they do give you enough to make two. Sunday, it's the Lord's Day. Um, maybe short for the Lord. Yeah, 20. Yes, and I was actually thinking about little Stephen and how you two are just so whatever. So 6 months apart. 6 months apart. Okay, so we're going to decrease back loop only. See there, might have to go back out. Back loop only. Decrease. Where's it at? I'm trying to catch that tail up in at least one stitch, though I don't think it's going to matter much. So we're going to stuff it down in there. This is why I couldn't do the stuffing right now, because if we're doing this decrease, I could not. 2, 3. It's supposed to make a little pot. We're supposed to make a little we're making this. We're gonna make a pot. That's gonna be the bottom part of him. Okay. So, I'm going to go through a bunch of I guess I could say some of it's vintage. It's old stuff. Some of it's probably older than 25 years old. And go through some of that stuff and get rid of it. And then I will be playing Connections with, Jingle Shark later today. We do that every day. We play Connections. And, some grocerying with Papa. So, trying to do And we are going to I didn't Scooby Doo it up. Didn't Scooby Doo it up. We ended on the right thing. Or I guess, yes, I think Cub may be vintage. But vintage is in right now. Vintage is in right now. Okay. I gotta remember I gotta keep my hands up. Um, so fasten off. Well, now you are. I am glad that I'm vintage and that I'm in. Why does it say visible fasten off, leaving a long tail? Hide the yarn tail inside the body. Okay, so we're going to fasten off. But we didn't close it up. So I'm going to stuff him now. And it's not that I'm not following instructions. It's that I don't do very well with crocheting with the fiber stuff when I'm decreasing. So I will, since this was the last row that we're using for decreasing, that is why I didn't. There we go. I don't want to overstuff him, but I want him to look like a cute little mandrake. And like I said, I think they sent enough for 2. Just in case you didn't like your first one, you can make another one. Okay, so we have 8 stitches there, and we have a mandrake. Same, always stuff right. It's easier. It's actually really easier. And to be honest, things are already obsolete by the time it makes it to Kentucky. So are you telling us you're obsolete? Because I don't think you're obsolete. Just think about it. I will say this. Slip stitch into. I don't know why it had me do that then. Okay. See, I'm going to say this. Kentucky, I don't know how in the world y'all got, and I'm going to say y'all as a state, how in the world y'all let Cincinnati put an airport in Kentucky? And it's the Cincinnati airport. How'd y'all do that? Because, I mean, okay. Slip stitch joining the remaining rope was 7. Okay, step 2. 16. Oh, I know what it means. So I'm just asking. Good morning. How are you doing, Tosh? I've always asked Papa that, like, why is the airport in Kentucky? And I guess y'all have a better whatever over there. You've got more space. Well, see, I did not know that. And you know what? We're talking someone who was born in Cincinnati, and I don't know that. But I was born in Cincinnati. I didn't live in Cincinnati. And when we go through Cincinnati, if we go up north, I just it amazes me. I knew it was right on the river, but I mean, how in the world do you convince a whole other state, hey, let us put our airport in your lane, but we're gonna name it us. And yeah, I know it was around the river because my mom was, when she went into labor, my parents were in Kentucky and they were on, I guess, the bridge going across the river. And that's why my dad took her to the hospital in Cincinnati. So, and me and my twin sister were born 2 months early. So he probably wasn't taking any chances. So, you know, we're just discussing how crazy Bray is. Yeah, because I'm sure that they get some, I would think they would get some sort of revenue because it's on their land. I would hope. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got one more to make. And 16. 16. I'm just saying, I don't ever think Cincinnati's ever gonna get done with their road work though either. Okay. Step 2. We're gonna slip stitch over here. Okay, pop bottom. Okay. Now we're done with this, and now we're gonna do the pop bottom. And then into so we're gonna sew that in. Oh, thank you. And this is a Wooble's crochet hook. It come with the Pac-Man. Sorry. It came with the Pac-Man Wooble kit. So I keep all of my hooks. I've actually there's only one hook, one Wooble hook that I give away. And that person deserved that hook more than I did. So hi Giggy Jack. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the lurk. Yes, yummy, yummy. What did anyone else have breakfast? What did you have for breakfast? We had French toast. I made French toast, and Papa made himself some bacon to go with the French toast I made. So we're gonna make the pot bottom. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel. A grilled cheese sounds good though. Actually, grilled cheese sounds really good. And I actually have some soup. Morning, Giggy Jack. Um, oh, that would be great. A grilled cheese and some soup. I know what I'm having for lunch. So we're gonna do this. Here it is. It's only 10:30 and I've already decided on lunch. What in the world? 3, 4. Well, copying someone is a very big form of flattery. Crafty, I would love to be able to be a crafty cub and have so much knowledge and stuff. Yes. 7:30 my time, and I already know what I'm doing for lunch. Okay. Say what you wanna say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I 7 and 8. I think, we will start when she coming here. No, actually, I went and got my hair, let's see, done yesterday, and my daughter told me there's a piece of hair right here that she doesn't if she pulls it back, it looks, she pulls it back, it's white. It's a strip of white that just comes down naturally, and she says she really doesn't touch it because it has a mind of its own. So, she doesn't ever really dye it. She only does my roots. So, it's white. And she said, "Mom, people pay to have a strip of their hair like that, and you don't have to pay for that." And it's really sweet, but she told me how white it is, and really literally, when I the back of my hair decides that it wants to go white because the back of your hair is the last part of your hair that decides to go, like, gray and white and things like that. She said she would take me to white. But thank you, thank you. I think it looks a little flat here on I don't I just I can never get it to go like she gets it to do. I don't know. I'm not a kinda person, but she always makes it look good. Always makes it look good. And pork chops with mac and cheese sounds really good. So we're gonna increase on this row. I'm trying to do this. I don't know if I'm really doing really good today or not. Stick your f Yes. Well, when I was little, since you say this crafting, and you've told us about some of your shenanigans, I had a metal chicken as a kid, and it would go flip. It was a little chicken, and it had little metal legs, and it would go I don't know if everybody remembers them, but they go you wind them up, and they go like this around the floor. Not necessarily this, but it was like a chicken. They have them nowadays, but I think they're all plastic. Well, anyway, they're probably all plastic because of me. I took those metal feet, and I put them in an, electric socket. Don't know why. Threw me back, and, of course, it broke it it went yeah, does it probably explain a lot. Um, I threw me back, but it also, it shut off the electric because whatever, but my mom was like I think she was just happy that I survived childhood. I really do. I mean, I was like 2 or 3 years old. My grandmother had this house, and I mean, she had it to the day she died that I remember. I mean, I don't know when she built onto the back of it, but it was like and a house from the '50s, and it had a living room and a kitchen. They were together, and then down the hallway. Well, the bigger everybody's family got, she built this big, like a den or like where she could put her Christmas tree, a fireplace, and all this where everybody could sit. So then she had like a formal living room, and then where everybody else sat at the time. And she had a glass table, and my mom said I was like 1 or 2, and I just decided to become Superman and fly off that step. And I landed on the glass table, and I have a little bitty scar right there where they had to steri strip me back together. You had a plastic one that came with 2 little white eggs. You push it down and it laid an egg. All that is so cute. You might be biased on your part. We didn't I yes, would have never thought to eat Tide Pods. But, anyway, I was in a hardcore match and, a tables, ladders, and chairs match, but I was doing just I broke the table. My mom about had a fit. I think I sent her into some whatever psychotic, I don't know, but she was like, "This child's never gonna survive." And but I did, and I mean, I have proof that I survived because 'cause I'm here. I don't know how well I survived. Poor Holly and, Pickin' Halls, KK, and Jingle Shark, maybe when I get a little older, they might be like, "Yeah, this is why she's the way she is." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, yeah, it might be rough on them when I get a little older, you know, and they may have to put me into a home, and that's fine, but, you know, I'm willing to accept it. I did it to myself. I mean, my lord, the things we did as kids. I mean, I'm telling you, we didn't have helmets. We rode our bikes without helmets, without any safety gear. We rode in cars without seat belts. I mean, it was I mean, we're probably lucky any of us survived. Probably really the only reason, and I bet you Fairy Dust and Crafty can back this up. Probably the only reason, and Papa probably could too. Um, Probably the only reason why we're still alive is because we don't have video evidence that our parents could use to really bust us into. I mean, my mom was always saying, "Do you want me to knock you into next week?" I think I got knocked into next week a couple of times. I mean, she wasn't mean to me. My mom was not mean to me. She was not. She was not an abusive parent. But let me tell you, she didn't spare the rod, not one iota. But I mean, I will say this. I mean, we were always doing something, but thank goodness we didn't have video evidence to show that we did. Because I mean, I think our parents being the generation that they were, they probably woulda if they would have had evidence of what we done, we woulda got our tails whacked really good. Your grandma used to well, yes, I think I remember your mom saying that. I liked your grandma though. She was a she was a cool old lady. Okay, so this is the bottom of our pot, and we're gonna sew it. Why does it look like 2 different reds? Shouldn't look like 2 different reds, but we are going to do this. So, we are going to go up through this stitch. We're gonna go over, and we're gonna go down through this stitch. I'm not whip stitching it. I'm just gonna catch every stitch. I don't know what amigurumi I was doing, and it told me to sew like this. Hi, Stellar, how are you doing? Yeah, both of our I okay. I love my grandmother. She taught me to my grandmother tried to teach me to crochet, but I just didn't get it, and I wish I would have learned from her because I think I would have the memories I would have had, and both of our families could fill in that house. A lot of kids nowadays don't, and I will say this, I have 3 kids, and I'm very, very happy that, um, each one of them do work very hard, but that's probably because of me and papa. We didn't give them a lot I mean, we give them stuff, but we didn't give them they didn't just get handouts. Um, how are you doing this morning, Stellar? How are you doing? My grandma didn't spank. She was more fond of slow torture. She'd put you in a corner and made you watch. Oh, no, she did not. Oh, that would be yeah, that would, because time goes really slow. when you have to be stuck in a corner. Yeah. I hated putting my nose in a corner. And don't move your nose. Don't move it. But you instructed strong room. Yes. The kid goes up here, mom and dad for money, and they get that is the when we lived down south, further south. I was amazed at the amount of parents that would just give their kids a credit card and drop them off at the mall. I couldn't do that. Actually, I'm not being whatever, but I couldn't afford it, but I couldn't do that. Yes. When you got in trouble, I had to put my nose in the corner and you didn't move it out of the corner. It had to go in the corner. Yes. And time goes really slow when you're having to stare at it. Yes, it does. Ask Picken Hall. She had a horrible childhood. She had to work. We made her work her little this I'm gonna tell you right now, never in a million years, my kids. I love my kids. My kids are all great. They're wonderful. They're each wonderful. Picking Halls, hopefully she won't mind me saying this if she's still in here. But she got nominated her senior year for homecoming queen. And there were these little girls that were in her class that had been nominated every year. Well, she was just happy to get nominated. Down deep, she probably did want to win, but I mean, I don't think her heart would have been broken if she didn't win. But anyway, so Papa goes out and we um rented a car so that she could ride in a convertible in a little parade and everything like that. And she rode in the parade. She walked across and everything like that. And one of the moms was talking, and I said, she was like, you know, the girl's name and said, she's so excited. She's been waiting on this her whole life, blah, blah, blah. And so anyway, I don't think that looks the same way that it should look. Oh, so now we got to make another one. So anyway, oh no, I did that right. Okay. So anyway, my little pot rim is not rimming out as much as it should be. Oh, I don't know why my little pot rim is not rimming out like it should be. So anyway, have you finished the yellow? Yes, yes, I did reflection. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, we'll hold it up like this. Oh, so anyway, Pickin' Halls won the homecoming queen. She walked over. She had the shortest, so and so, whatever. So Picking Halls actually won homecoming queen. And the next day, she was out in our yard with Papa mowing and blowing yards. And I took a picture of her and I said, I'm sure no other homecoming queen would be out doing yard work the day after they won their crown, but not Halls. I mean, we call her Bob the Builder. We call her Bob the Builder because if you want something built, her and Papa can do it, but we can't bother them when they do it. It's like, yeah, it's like don't bother them while they're doing it because they don't have time for you to bother them. Yes, I drive him nuts. I drive him massively nuts when I do it. So, we're gonna pick out the things for the eyeballs, and we're gonna see if this works. I don't think I Scooby Dooed him up, but I don't my plate just doesn't look like that plate. I'm not really unhappy, but I'm unhappy. But I've got more yarn so I can make another one if I have to. Okay, so we're gonna go up through here and hold on. We're gonna go up. Oh, hold on. I gotta bring it over. Welcome back, everyone. And then we're gonna go how many stitches over? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert the needle 1 stitch down to the right and pull out. So down to the right. And then we're going to rounds 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we've got to do how many rows over? 1, 2, 3. Okay. But we got a nose in there, so we got to go one more over. One over. So my little homecoming queen, oh goodness gracious, I snagged a piece of the gold yarn. Um, my little homecoming queen, she actually won homecoming queen. And then the next day we had her out and she was doing yard work. So picking halls has always been a hard worker. She has literally been a hard worker. Um, I helped her. I worked for Walmart at one point. Well, I've worked for them for 23 years, 22 years. And I actually, here, let's see if I can go in there without hitting it. Um, got her first job. And so she would actually pull up for like all of our bread vendors and things like that so that she could have gas money for her car. Because Papa and I, when she got her car, we told her that we would go ahead and do the insurance on the car insurance, but we weren't going to. Hi, Shipwreck. How are you doing? Um, we wouldn't pay for the gas because we looked at it like this. If if we paid the steady part, then which it really wasn't that much for her car, then she would be better off because some parents paid for their gas. And I was like, my sister's kids, I think they paid for their gas. And I was like, no, because then they'll run everywhere. Is that not horrible? I'm such a bad mom. I'm such a bad mom. Let me catch up. And old Papa won, and he was nope, nope, he wasn't even nominated. Ship's following you. Well, it's Ship. It's Ship. Okay, so I'm gonna go over, over, and then we're gonna go like this. Doo, 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 doo. Hopefully. Nope. Nope. Can't do it that way. Do it like this. In and up. I don't know if this looks like a mandrake, people, but he's my cute little mandrake. He's my cute little mandrake. I need to get some tape or like a lint roller and roll on the front of his face because I can see like little fuzzies and that bothers me. Does anybody know what a man do at point? What are you doing? Shipwreck, what are you doing? You too. Yes, she was actually learning the value of a dollar, and she learned she saved a lot of money up before before she graduated high school. So she they're all savers. I think they're all savers. There we go. Now that looks like a little mad mandrake. Uh, and what does the magical potion do, Chloe? Since I know you know, what does a mandrake do for you? Ebrate, did you know how Cub used to live in the old I did not know that. Fuzzies on my face bothers me too. Oh, you're crazy. Yes, petrified. I send Pick and Hall's like like head cannons all the time. And if you watch the movies, and okay, this is not going to tell anybody anything. This is just a part of the movie. There's a part of the movie where they're it was the Chamber of Secrets was 2, right? You lived in all kinds of restaurants as a kid? Goodness gracious, Cub. But these things we know we are learning about you. Okay, we're gonna do the leaf on his head. No, we're not doing the leaf on his head. We're doing the hands, his arms next. So there's a part where they're meeting Gilderoy Lockhart. And if any of y'all did not know, Gilderoy Lockhart in real life was Emma Thompson's, Professor Trelawney's ex-husband. And he married who did he marry? Because she was in the Harry Potter movie too. I can't remember. But anyway, Draco Malfoy rips a page out of a book. And then when Hermione is petrified, you find the page in her hand. Is that the same page that Draco Malfoy ripped out of the book? Because I think he had a thing. I think Draco had a thing for Hermione. That's just me. That's just the way I'm going. But I do know I think they did sort of kind of like each other. Because I don't think they were allowed to date each other. They didn't allow any of the kids to date each other on set. I don't know if Harry really ever did. Did Harry ever have anything? 1, 2, 3, 4. But I just know that in my whatever, if she wouldn't have ended up with Ron, I never watched the Harry Potter movies, nor did you read. Now, see, I read the books. Me and Pick and Halls, we read the books. And then every time a movie would come out, we went out to see it. So that's me and Pick and Halls. The Hunger Games was me and KK. So I've tried my darndest to when they would read stuff, I would try my darndest to be a part of that. You never watched Hunger Games? I mean, now Cake Pickin' Halls says she's read The Snakes and Songbirds, and she's also read the the Haymitch story. But I haven't got to the rest of the end of the Snakes and Songbirds and or the Haymitch one, but that's just me. I mean, I will get to it one day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. because we do tend to, um, read some of the same books just so that we have, um books are just a connection that I have with her. I don't read as much as she does, but, I wish I could, but I just I can't. Yarn occupies a lot of my life, but reading occupies a lot of hers. Like, I think the child could start a library in her house. You don't have to worry about it. She's probably got the hard copy of something somewhere. She's a That's what she does with her adult money. She buys books. I I'm yes, and I'm amazed, but that's what she, when P-pop came along, and before P-pop came along, Picking Hall said, "She will never have to worry, she will always have books. I will always." And she said she will never go without books. Hold on. How little was that? We're gonna go. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, we gotta go one more up. Um, so we did 4, 6, and then we done the 6. Yep, that'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna use the stitch marker that nearly got away from me to I can't even use my scissors right today. But yeah, I will sit and with the Harry Potter movies, I will sit like I think last weekend, I don't know which channel had them, but one of the channels had it on and I was needing to finish something up. So I just turned on Harry Potter and I think it was on like the fifth movie, The Order of the Phoenix. And I was like, oh, well, good. It's past Goblet of Fire. Not that I don't like Goblet of Fire, but it's just one of them that sort of kind of never made all that sense to me. I mean, I understand why they had it, told a lot of backstory. When I was in the hospital, I said, "Hey, I'm telling you, I love Harry Potter marathons. Love them. I can I can get a lot of crochet done when I'm watching a Harry Potter marathon." 20 rounds in 6 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right behind right behind the face. We're trying. I need to get a curved needle. I need to get a curved needle. How are you doing? Thank you for the check-in. Thank you for the check-in. I'm sorry I ran so fast out of your stream yesterday. Did you have a good stream? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I tend to crochet a lot watching other people's streams except when they're accounting exactly. Oh, I know. I, like, I I do a lot of crochet when like, I will be honest, if I'm watching Crafty or let's say even Supreme Doom. If Crafty is not crocheting, like he's tatting or something, then I can crochet along with him. Will you stop already? Oh. Oh, okay. It's at it's Crafty. It's Crafty. He's the loveliest love. He he does Crafty is amazing. He it's okay. He made me cry yesterday, Linda. I mean, Linda. He made me cry yesterday, Kay. It wasn't him that made me cry, but I cried because if it wasn't for all the people that whatever that we have in TCC and all of our crafting family and our community, I just I don't know. I don't know. You did have a fun stream. Good. I'm so good that I'm so good. I'm so good, Kay. I'm so glad you had a good stream. I took one of my needles that it's got bent in it and just bent. Oh, I've never thought to do that. Yes, I've been very loopy today. I don't know what I drank before stream, but it obviously wasn't just a Diet Coke. Something. I know. Yesterday was kind of a weirdo stream, like loopy stream too. Maybe it's the weather. Lordy day, you're right. Ch- cr- right, Lordy day. He's just pushing it. Um, well, I mean, okay. Okay, let's go over Bray. We'll call them Brayisms. Okay, I have Lordy Day. I have, and this one. Sorry for anybody out there. I say "dammy shit" when people make me mad. Scrooby Dude. Um, cheese and rice. Um, I'm trying to think of some of the other things that I say, but I when I worked at um Walmart, aka also Sam's, what we we had to keep it clean. You couldn't like people cussed all the time, but it was just a safer practice to keep it clean. And so I would always say, "Oh gosh, who Scooby Dooed that?" And that's just how I kept it clean because then that way I wouldn't cuss. And it was just a lot easier because then if like people from the home office ever came in, it was just easier for me. That way I never made a mistake and cussed in front of them. So, you know how streamers have taglines. I think Lordy Day should be yours. Okay. Chloe gets knocked in Fortnite. Oh, Lordy Day. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for um I don't know if when Papa goes back to streaming, I can't wait. I will have to start being more active in his streams. I mean, I am a mod, so I probably should do something. But, you know, I worked at a skilled nursing facility and drove the residents to various appointments. My traffic vocabulary got very interesting. Oh, yeah, because okay, for gits and shiggles, that is good. That is good. Well, see, when Picking Halls was a little girl, Picking Halls, I'm telling you, this child, we were, they went to a school. Um, it was this is when we lived near my mom, and my mom had them go to this school. It was like a Christian school, and well, it was a Christian school. It's not like a Christian school, but, very small, very, very, very small, attendance rate, but they had this fall festival every year, and technically you were required to go, and, just because they wanted everybody to participate and whatever. Well, I always try to keep it clean in front of the kids, always, because, kids repeat stuff. Well, we were coming back from that one day. We were coming back from it that Saturday, and I decided to stop and get the kids some Burger King on the way home. I thought, "Oh, I'll just get them Burger King. I'll get them a little couple Happy Meals, whatever Burger King had for kids' meals." Got them, and then whatever. And, so we're driving and not thinking anything of it, and this person cuts me off, and an explicitive came out of my mouth, and I could not tell you which one it was. Picking Halls probably could because she's really good with memory stuff like that, and all I remember her saying was, "That person piss you off?" And I was like, "That's it. It's gotta stop. It's gotta stop right here and now. It's gotta stop right here and now. You cannot be doing this. She's gonna go to that school, and she's gonna tell them people how much you got." So, I stopped cussing on that day, and I never did it in front of the kids until they got older. So, but and when they got older, that they just understood, "Oh, mom's mad." So, and plus I knew those people at the school would probably tell my mom, "You know your daughter." And I'd be like, "Oh, crap," and I'd have to hear it from my mom. Now, I find it very hard even nowadays to probably cuss in front of my mom. I've cussed in front of, but, very hard. I wouldn't do that. Okay, here's my little mandrake. He looks a little mad. I just don't like that. I might have to redo that. I got enough black yarn to redo that. Okay. So now we are going to make his head, his little leaves. Oh, yeah. And when KK was little, I guess I used that word bucking too much because she'd be like, yeah, she'd be like, "Bucking a dad, get me a bottle." Yeah, I think I am. Okay, let's do the headdress for this little mandrake. And I should be able to do leaves. Leaves will be really, really okay. Leaves will be really easy. So we're chaining here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah. Do. I have learned, um, now that I'm making like little plants for the girls at work for like a little Christmas present. My kids picked up curses in French thanks to their great grand. So they really got in trouble. Ooh, they rarely got in trouble at school until high school. Oh, yeah, and then you have a French teacher usually in high school. French we had French, German, and Spanish. So so let's see in the next stitch. single crochet and double crochet. So, I think Papa took German. I'm not sure. He might have taken German, but then he might have taken Spanish. I have no idea. He went to school after me. He went to high school after Spanish 3 years. Okay. Half double crochet, and we're going to slip stitch. Okay. So that's our first leaf. Not a bad looking leaf. Okay. So then we're going to chain 5. I like how when they put the leaves so that they all stay together, even in any leafy pattern that I do, because it just makes it so much easier. You don't have to sew the leaves together, anything like that. Um, we're almost, and then double crochet. And then half double crochet, slip stitch, and then we're going to chain 5 more. 2, we'll make a third leaf, 4 and 5. So we are almost done with our little mandrake. Not a bad little wooble to start back into woobling. Not a bad little wooble to start at all. Whew, let's see. And then we're going to do this. Oop, didn't yarn over. Don't know what I was thinking I was doing. Okay. And then slip stitch. And then fasten off, leaving a long tail to sew it onto his head. Fasten. We're going to slip stitch into that so that we have that to deal with. And I will say this, probably if I was a better use of my yarn with this, I probably could make a second mandrake. Totally. Totally. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this tail, kind of put them together a little bit better. Then I'm going to weave in the end. Like that. And then we are going to sew this on. So let's see. Hide the 2 yarn tails. We're going to sew into this just a little bit more. There we go. So it looks like 3 leaves. See how the leaves look? I don't want that big hole there. So that's why I'm trying to do that. So let's see. It says Thread a needle, sew to the top of the body. The leaves should span across from round 2 on one side to 2 on the other side. Hide the yarn tails. So we're going to start it here, round 2. Oh, right. Round 2. So we're going to put him right there. We're going to go right down in. Round 2. Pull that just like that. And we're going to go down and across through that hole. There we go. And then down through here to round 2. And then I'm going to stay in round 2. So I'm going to go down a bit and up and grab this little guy and kind of tie him down right there and then go back through the center. I know it falls out a little bit after it rests, so I'm really not worried. Yeah, the mouth is gonna get changed. I'm changing the mouth after string. He he's done. The mouth is done. Papa, whenever you're ready. And I'm gonna take this down through the center. So I can, uh so maybe. I'm not gonna promise because I don't wanna promise something and then not whatever. But here's your little mandrake. I know I did something funky with the top of my plate. I don't think I brought it out enough. But I mean, he's my mandrake, so look, he's my mandrake. Oh, y'all, and I have this container back here, and it's got nothing but Wooble yarn in it. And maybe one day I'll just take one. Maybe I'll just take some and just go from one Wooble yarn to the other that I have left over and just make like a little Wooble hobo blanket. That's what I call them. But I want to thank everyone for coming in. Um, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Crafty. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you, Picking Halls. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Fairy Dust. Thank you, everyone who came in. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you next time. Maybe later on this week, we will open up everything in the Hogwarts thing. Thank you, Giggy Jack. Thank you. And maybe we'll open them all up and see what we have. Thank you, Linda. And that way, we'll know what we want to do next. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Did he tell? He didn't tell me. Bye, Stellar.